Hello everybody, welcome back. Leonardo Torres here, guitarist, singer, and music lover with my daughter, Lianaí Amor Torres Lopez Garcia de la Vega Cardenal. I guess she's a flutist, ukuleleist, music lover? Yeah, okay. Today is Talk About It Thursdays. As you remember, last week we talked about oceans and what I saw, what I see visually with oceans. Today I wanted to talk about King Kaleidoscope's A Prayer because that song is amazing, first of all. And my daughter has not heard it, so this is going to be like a double thing. It's going to be, she's going to hear it for the first time, and we're going to talk about it because there were a couple of things that stood out to me in this song. One was the sound design, and secondly was the story behind the song, that Chad, the lead singer, suffers through anxiety. And as a person who has suffered through anxiety and has had panic attacks, the song made so much sense. And my daughter as well, she unfortunately has also had experience with anxiety and slight panic attacks in school. So I wanted to have this conversation I wanted to have this conversation with you to see what you think about the song and see what you can pick up.
I'll try my best.
All right, we're gonna grab our headphones. My daughter has plugged into earbuds, and like I said before, this is what's cool about these headphones. If you purchase these, the link is in the description down below. You can actually plug in a second pair of headphones or earbuds or whatever, and both of you can listen to the exact same thing at the same time. So these are cool. And before we get started, I'm sorry, love, but I'm gonna have a thing that's gonna come out here. So I want to say thank you to all the supporters that joined me on Patreon. Thank you so much for your contributions. I'm very grateful that you love the channel enough to become a supporter, and thank you so much for becoming a supporter. I appreciate it very, very much. Okay, you can come now. All right, so here we go. This is King Kaleidoscope, A Prayer, which we've heard already, but we're gonna do this slightly different. My daughter hasn't heard it. Wait. So like this song starts off with like that
Sounds like a scary movie.
Sounds like what?
Like a scary movie. Sounds very full. Like it's.
What do you think of that?
Where the fear is fucking violent. With no hope on the horizon.
It's got a really great voice. Hear it? Hear that?
You have an anxiety attack. You just have all these noises surrounding you. You just stuck with your thoughts.
Yeah. And you see? It says silence and then it quiets down. When you're having an anxiety attack, you do feel everything sort of close in on you.
Like you're drowning.
Like you're drowning, yeah. Interesting you say that. She said this another violin is being introduced, and to me that's like the spirit. Something positive is coming into play.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah. So this is a plea. So this is like coming from hopelessness. Still wondering if Jesus is with him. So here's what's interesting about this song too. I heard it the other day, but this moment here. He's asking desperately, is he still beside Jesus? Right?
Oh, it's quiet. It's so
So from this point forward, it feels like it's Jesus' perspective. I'm right beside you, he says.
Like
feel what
Jesus
you
is
feel.
going up from being drowned.
Yeah, right. So that moment of silence was like, okay, so that earlier it was like he was drowning, and then that moment of silence is that he gave himself enough peace where he was not struggling against what was happening, that he floated up to the surface of the song, if you will, that part. And that's when Jesus came and said, "Yeet!" Pick him up. You didn't hear, but the lyrics there were that I died too. You remember that I died and I was sacrificed. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. How do you feel that part?
So it's like a record slowly slowing down.
All right. So that's my new favorite band, King Kaleidoscope. Awesome. So let's talk about it. Talk about it Thursdays. Now we're gonna talk about it. So in the beginning, what did you think about that intro or the sounds? Did you hear all the different sounds that were happening?
Well, the first connection I made was like when you're just like alone in a room and your thoughts just kind of start rushing through, and like you don't know which one to listen to, and then he was starting the prayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it was him trying to reach to, who was he praying to? Jesus?
Jesus.
He was trying to pray to Jesus, but there's also all these other sounds rushing through. So I was thinking like, out of like all of the noises, he was listening to that one voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I think more he was trying to hold on to that sound, right? To that voice, because what's it like when you're having an anxiety attack?
You feel like you're being drowned, or everything's closing in, and you're just stuck with your thoughts, and you don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. And you feel, quite frankly, it does feel like you're dying. I mean, they say that nobody's ever died of a panic attack or nobody's ever died from an anxiety attack, but it surely does feel like you're dying. What would you think about that moment when the violin first initially came in? Because he was still in the middle of that prayer. He was still there, and then the violin kicked in.
I felt like it was like Jesus or whoever he was praying to slowly starting to creep in to hear his voice, you know, saying like, "Oh, I'm here."
Yeah.
But still letting him finish. So it's like not interrupting him, but
Yeah. What do you think about that silent moment?
I thought it was kind of odd, but I didn't not like it. So I liked it. It was cool. And then when the violin came in, I thought it was like you said, it was changing perspective to like Jesus saying, "Oh, I'm here," or whoever he was praying to, that I'm here. And then when it became loud, I didn't expect that, but it kind of felt like happy and peppy, like I don't know how to explain it, but like
Heavenly?
It was heavenly. Yes.
Or what we imagine heavenly sounds would sound like? Yeah, that's exactly it. In that moment, in that silence, like I remember one of my favorite scriptures is "Be still and know that I am God." And I like that because it calls you to be not just still physically, right? To be still and like through meditation, like when I'm in meditation, but to be still mentally as well, and to be still spiritually and emotionally, so that you know everything that is true about the situation can rise to the top, and you can.
It will come to surface.
Yeah, you know, overcome it. I feel like in that silent moment, what he was saying was, it's messy. It's like you said, it's chaotic internally, but I'm gonna be still so that all that chaos can dissipate.
Yeah, like towards the end when everything was starting to slow down, kind of feels like when you're stopping a record player and it's slowly like stopping.
Yeah, and it was like kind of happy, you know.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a bad stop. It was more like, I'm at peace now. I heard you and I'm okay.
So what do you think this song can teach us about prayer? I know, like, my daughter and I really don't pray, like not in the same fashion as Christians do, where we say, "Dear Heavenly Father, we ask you for this." We have our own. Well, at least I have my own way of asking the Great Spirit for things to come to pass. Do you?
Yeah, I do in my own weird little creative, sneaky way.
Or do you? I don't know. I haven't even asked you. Do you believe in God?
I don't know. It's just because, like, I mean, I don't want to say anything controversial, but, like, I don't know. But I'm not against it either, because there's many things that we don't understand, you know? Because, like, we're just a small speck in, like, this gigantic universe. Like, I mean, it would make sense that there is something out there, you know?
Right. Have I ever pressured you not to believe?
No. I mean, I don't listen to you anyways.
She doesn't listen to me anyway, she says.
Just kidding.
It's okay. No, you're not. You're half kidding. Half kidding. All right, cool. So what do you think this song can teach people about prayer? Or did you learn something about prayer?
That it doesn't have to be like the stereotypical, like you said, Heavenly Father. It could be like through anything, through music, through art, through sound. I mean, we talk, so that's sound, but like...
Yeah. And in this case, this prayer is like raw. You heard a bad word in there. What did you think about it?
I'm not allowed to say.
This prayer seemed raw. It seemed honest. And when you are having an anxiety attack,
you don't care about anything. You just want to let all your anger, sadness, whatever you're feeling, just out. Because you feel like that's the only way you can escape whatever's happening. Or like crying.
cry. You cry when you
For
have
me, yeah, because I get overwhelmed. And I feel like that's what was happening here, because with all the music, it was overwhelming. And then it was quiet. And then like the violin was, the violin was coming, and then he was answering.
Make sense now?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome. So how do you want to close this out?
With a song.
When the fantasy has ended and all the children are gone. Yeah. Surprise.
Something good inside.
Helps me to carry on. I ate some bugs, I ate some grass. I use my hands to wipe my tears, to kiss your lips. I break my vows. No, 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 no way, Jose. Unless you want to. And then we break our vows together. Encarnación. 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 Encarnación.
They're ready for you now.
Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining us in this week's Talk About It Thursdays. We hope that you learned something, and as I always say, help me spread love, help me spread peace, and help me spread music. And if you like this episode and you want somebody else to enjoy it too, please remember to share. Any last words?
Hit the like button. I don't know what they do on these things, because I am not an ordinary teenage girl. So I mostly spend my days alone in my room. Just kidding.
By myself, on my life.
On my life. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you on the next run.